What's going on, everyone? All right, here we go. Pick these up from the depot. This is part of the new summer, I guess, was it Q2 promotions they got going on with DeWalt. So anyway, I got, you got the 14 piece of the black and gold twist drill bits. These feature the split point design, so that way you don't, your bit's not walking around while you're trying to drill through a material. And it's got the no spin shank, so whenever you're using a drill, and it's got the three little flat sides on the shank, so that way it doesn't, you don't start slipping. It says 14 pieces. Also got the 30 piece max fit drill bits. We're gonna go over these in just a minute, but these come in the new ToughCase. And if you look at the back here, and you'll see that you can snap them together and stack them up and take them with you. That way they're not, you can, people who are more neat can keep their toolboxes organized a little bit. Maybe you have a, certain set of drill bits, or whether it's twisty drill bits or your regular, 1 inch, 2 inch bits, maybe even some of your nut drivers. You can keep them, together, separated, or different sort of sets. So anyway, we're just gonna open these up real quick. Again, I paid, $9.97 for each of these. So, and when you look at, you get 30 pieces of a good high quality, bit set, some drill bits is really not a bad price. I would pay the $10 for the 30 pieces over, $10 for a Ryobi 60 piece. In this one you get several of the 2 inch bits, and you get you don't get a huge variety of a bunch of different types of bits, but you're gonna get a lot of the most common ones. Looks like you get a T20. Let's see, you get a T20. I guess like you get two T25s. Of course, you get your number 1 and 2 Phillips with then you throw in one number 3 Phillips, and you got your favorite little magnetic doohickey that you can pull on and off different of these 2 inch bits and make your, since you're not using the magnetic, it's not with a sleeve anymore. Usually it comes with a, the sleeve, this black sleeve that says DeWalt on it, and you can slide it over the screws. This seems just to be just a magnetic holder. Anyway, you can use the yellow magnetic collar over these 2 inch bits, and that way it'll hold screws for you. Let's see, and then you got your shorties. So you got some flats. Of course, with the 2 inch, you don't get any flats. Again, you got your T20 and T25s, some of your Robertsons, your square bits. You get a number 1, several number 2s, number 3 Phillips, and yeah. And the big thing I like about this box here is that it's see-through. Let's hope we close this bad boy up. Oh, there you go. This must be how it snaps together. So anyway, I like that you can see through it. So, instead of having to write on your cases, which, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll do it all the time. You can just see through immediately what you have. If you're like me over time, when they're at this price point, I always just buy a case. You're always looking for drill bits. You always run out of drill bits. This way you can just pick it up and see what do I have in there, and you can see without having to open it up, and you can go on about your way. Here, let's open up sorry, I've lost my tripod again, so having to set my phone down to do the same things. All right. All right, here we go. Now we've got the 14-piece black and golds. Again, with the same way with the bits, with the twist drills, I do the same thing. When they're cheap enough, why not buy another case? You use them enough, they're eventually going to dull out, and you're going to have issues trying to make a clean hole. It's just take you longer to drill a hole, and if you're like me, you're always losing. There you go. This is not a good sign already, but it's probably my fault. It pops right back in. If you're like me, you're always losing them, and you're always needing replacements. You don't ever usually lose some of the bigger ones. I do use the 1/4 inch quite a bit, and as well as maybe the 1/8. That's probably what I give you 2. So anyway, I end up using these up enough to where they're just too dull to use, or I end up losing them. But it also includes the 1/2 inch drill bit. This beast monster, and like I said, these have the flat shanks, the no spin shank. So basically, let's pull this 3/8 inch out, and these bad boys are sharp. So when you say the no spin shank, it's tri-sided here, so that way, when you close your drill up around it, you close the chuck up around your shank, it's not going to spin on you. Let's see here. I was using an old Bosch concrete bit, the 1/4 inch bit, to set some triple grip anchors in, and it did not have a 1/4 inch hex shank on it. It was the smooth shank, and it just started spinning on me. So it was not flat on each side. So anyway, again, you got the clear lid, and you flip the tab up, boom, locks it. Now I've never seen anybody do this before, so it's the first time. So basically, you want to use the back right here and set it in the case right here. So whereas you do it the other way around, so they match. Well, okay, see. Well, I guess okay. You want to use the back, or the black clip to clip it on, just like this. And of course, you want to leave this one up, because if you don't, then this is going to open. So there you go. And then when you want to get access to the bottom one, you just pop. And I like that it's not the easiest to get off, because that way it doesn't pop open on you. Jeez. Well, dang. Yeah, okay, it's not easy to get off. I'll tell you that. And I put the one on top that has the instructions on it. Geez. This is a lot tougher than I thought it would be to get off, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but we're gonna get it off. Let me see if I gotta use my key and pop in there and see if we can pop this bad boy off. Trying to get you guys can see, but oh, there we go. Popped it off. I just took my little. I use this quite a bit somehow. Anyway, I just put it in here and popped it off. And anyway, when you get the bottom off, when you get to something at the bottom, you pop it off. Again, I imagine these will probably wear in a little bit if you use it enough. It won't be so hard to take them on and off. But I get, for $10, I feel like there's a lot of value with these boxes, especially when you consider, granted, you don't get the variety of bits that you do in some other kits. In some other these drill bit kits, you might get a different set of your T-bits. You might get, you might go down to a T15. Some might have a T10. As far as these slotted bits go, usually you might get like an 1/8 inch or a something that's not quite as fat or as wide here. You might get you might get some hex bits in some different kits. But for this being the 30 piece, is definitely good value, because this is going to be the bits you use the most, the ones you're going to reach for, you're going to need, the ones you're going to miss the most if you lose one. And I like that it includes the 1/4 inch and the 5/16 nut driver. That's going to be a real common, especially if you're in any sort of HVAC industry. You go change the filters on some of these, 10, 15, 20, 30 ton units. These, usually you're using one of these 2 screws, because they use a self-tapping screw that secures the filter door if it doesn't have something you can open easily. All right, I just want to give you guys a little overview of these ToughCases and about how they latch together. Again, I think it was just my user error on getting these to come apart. Maybe there was something I was doing wrong, but these little tabs here catch into these holes here, and I think I was doing something wrong trying to get it out. Yeah, because this wasn't as hard at all. And, it's not gonna come off, but yeah, that was much easier to take off. I don't know what was wrong with the first one. Anyway, there you have it. Appreciate the video. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next video.